Okay, hello everyone. So I will share my presentation today. My mind lecture is about the importance of mind education. And before I share about the importance of mind education, I wanted to share my time before I met International Youth Fellowship. My life was not going as it should. It was very toxic and it was very unhealthy. So a lot of the activities that I was involved in, although I was a Christian, I didn't have a mindset that actually made my life happy. So when I was in college, I was unhappy and I didn't know why I was unhappy. And when I was 21, which was in 2016, I received my first passport to go to Mexico. And because I was already volunteering as a teacher from high school to college, I joined the program for International Youth Fellowship. And through them, I was able to go to Mexico. And the background about Mexico is that inside of my class, there was a Spanish speaker whose name was Aspen. And he gave me the most trouble because he was a reflection of my heart. It was very unorganized, very messy. He didn't know exactly why he had so many problems. But anyway, his behavior made me seek more help. And because I didn't have money and I didn't eat 3 times a day, I also didn't have energy to take care of him as my student. So I wind up on a winter break in 2016, signing up for the Mexico English camp as a volunteer teacher. And then through that program, I was able to meet mind education, which because my major is psychology, I also hated psychology because it always showed me my image. It always showed me what I didn't want to see about myself. All of the thoughts that I carry and all of the behaviors that my life is going into really scared me because in psychology, the one rule they say is don't diagnose yourself, but I kept diagnosing myself. Okay, I'm schizophrenia today. I'm schizophrenia today, or like I'm bipolar today. But in reality, all humans go through a lot of emotions. And when they don't have a place to go, then they all diagnose themselves as schizophrenia or bipolar. So in 2016, I signed up, I got my passport for the first time, and I traveled out of the North America for the first time. So that was my first experience with International Youth Fellowship. And then after hearing a testimony from Minister John Choi, who is ministering now in Los Angeles, Good News Los Angeles Church, he shared his life story with the group that went that year. And one thing that I received from that message, because my life was already ruined, is that even though my life is ruined, there is hope for me beyond just like going to Mexico or just being a college student. Like there's a lot that I can do inside of the United States. So as I heard his testimony about how he grew up in a really toxic home and he did drugs and he smoked weed and he did many things that made his family very, I guess, embarrassed of him. I can see my image. I can see my image through him, and then also what I didn't see in him that I also wanted was to be able to have purpose inside of my life. So through Mind Education and through true stories that International Youth Fellowship shares with youth, I was able to see hope inside of one of the words that he shared in Isaiah verse 31. And this verse actually was the words that I never heard before in a way that can change your life when you're in a difficult situation. So the word is, but those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. So this testimony, actually, he met the founder of International Youth Fellowship over the phone because he was in Liberia, Africa first, and he was stung by a scorpion. And his story is incredible to me because even though I was never stung by a scorpion, I've had many problems that would make me think like I'm closer to death than anyone else. So he actually died as he was stung by the scorpion and he had to go to the emergency room, but no one would take him. Everybody said, no, you came too late. You're going to die anyway. So if we treat you, then it's our responsibility what happens to you. So in the end, there was one hospital that accepted him, but they said that they will do their best to keep him alive, but they can't promise anything. So he wound up going to that hospital, and Pastor Oksu Park was on the phone with him. And Pastor Oksu Park shared this word in Isaiah, um, 40, verse 31. And Pastor Oksu Park told him, like, right now you're close to death. You know, doctors are telling you you're going to die. Everybody's telling you that you're not going to live, and you're basically dead right now. But the word says that those that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. So if you wait upon the Lord, then your strength will be renewed. And when I heard this testimony, I felt like all of the wrong that I've done, all of the problems that I've caused in my family and also in my friendships, if I wait upon the Lord starting now, then God can renew my strength, you know, to live a happy life. And he can renew my strength to actually travel the world and become a missionary. If this is the life that God designed for me, then already I'm in Mexico, right? So I'm already in Mexico. I never came out of the United States before. So this is already a miracle. And then another miracle was me receiving the words in Isaiah 40, verse 31 inside of my heart about new strength. Because I didn't have any strength, it made me more desperate to know what strength God had for me. So then after hearing his testimony, they introduced Good News Court, which is a volunteer program for 1 year for students to go to a different country and become a volunteer, no matter what that means. You go into a different country. So for me, I signed up, but I didn't know where I was going to go. And when I signed up, the interesting thing is that Korea was not my number one choice. And I never told anybody this, but I'm telling you guys because I want you to know that, like, my number one choice was not. And when I signed up for Korea, it was the least country that I knew about. I didn't know about the food. I didn't know about the clothes. I didn't even like kimchi. You know, I didn't even know what kimchi was. So when I signed up, I told the director of New Jersey that I wanted to go to Korea after having fellowship inside of my heart with God, because I'm a selfish person naturally, but that's all humans. All humans are selfish naturally, but I didn't want to admit that I was selfish. So I prayed to God and I told him after receiving the word in Isaiah 40:31 that they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. I felt like if I go to a different country, it can't be about a relationship with the person. You know, it can't be about a Jamaican relationship or an African relationship. It really has to be about the heart that God is sending me to this place. So I prayed to God and I told him I want to go to a place where I can be selfless, and I cannot be so focused on myself that I lose the opportunity to actually care about other people. So in this prayer, I'm like, God, I don't know why Korea, but okay. so I'm like, okay, I don't know why I'm going there, but okay. So that kind of segues into the International Youth Fellowship and mine. Welcome to Korea, right? Denisha Proctor got her first international stamp on Korea after going to Mexico. So this is a picture that I took in Korea. You know, I'm representing my country and my state, which is New Jersey, the Northern American New Jersey. And actually this shirt is very special to me because every time I travel, I wear this. So people know that I'm from New Jersey. Because I really, really appreciate how much New Jersey supported me as a child. So I really, you know, admire New Jersey. And then this is me in Korea. So my hair is different, right? My hair is different. My posture is different. Everything is different because in Korea, you have to stand a certain way. You have to kind of blend in a certain way. And I wasn't really good at blending in. So that's why my hair is like crazy wild like that. Like that. But in any case, this is me. And this is my first time wearing a Teacher Esther. Do you know the name of the outfit?
한복.
Hanbok. Okay, so hanbok is the name of the traditional wear. And for me in America, I love sweatpants and hoodies, actually. Like, I don't really like dresses. But in Korea, I was able to experience hanbok for the first time. So let me share some pictures with you in Korea. So this was me, my hair calmed down. And then this is one of my close friends. Her name is Lydia. She is one of the vice presidents of the Memphis Belle dance team, which is an international youth fellowship dance team. And this building is, well, this place that I went to in Korea is Cheongdeokgung Palace. Okay, can you say that?
창덕궁,
Can you say that?
창덕궁,
Cheongdeokgung. Can you say it? You can unmute and try to say it. Cheongdeok-
창덕궁, 창덕궁, 덕궁. It's like a history. Yeah, history. Yeah.
The historical place where foreigners go to take pictures with the building and see how Korea was formed. And you meet a lot of people there with costumes and even the hanbok that I had on. A lot of people wear those traditional outfits to go to historical places to take pictures. And then this is a team, the dance team, International Youth Fellowship Dance Camp. After we spent some time in New York City, we were able to go as a group to Korea. And through the dance team, I was able to travel all together. Even though I was going there for the Good News Corps program, God allowed me to go there through the dance team. And because I believe that he didn't want me to travel alone because I would have been scared and lost. He allowed me to have to share my heart through, I'm sorry, there's two people waiting in the waiting room. He allowed me to share my heart with these youth and also learn mine education through this as well. And this is me right here with the hat, you know, the sweatpants, the sneakers. Okay, so this is a place. Teacher Esther, can you help me? This is an amusement park, actually. It's an amusement park, and I don't really know how to pronounce it, but I'm going to try. And then Teacher Esther, you can correct me.
대장금,
So, Yejangung.
대장금.
Oh,
팍.
sorry.
대장금 팍. 대장금 팍.
Park. Right. Daejangung Park. So this is an amusement park where they have characters that you see in the background of me. And also I went together with the International Youth Fellowship Dance Camp. These jeans, they traveled with me everywhere I went. I'm really a sentimental person. If I have something that I really like, I keep wearing it and I keep remembering it. So this is an amusement park where they sent us on tour in Korea so that we can experience Korea even though we were dancing in different places in Korea. So this was actually the city hall, right? So city hall in Korea is really important because that's where the mayor was able to go to city hall as volunteer dancers, and we danced in city hall. And we also organized, because we won grand prize for the Korean Dance Festival, we organized many places that we wanted to go and dance. So I don't know where I am in this picture because I'm hid. Oh, okay. Can you find me? I'm a floating head. I'm here. I'm here in this corner looking at the mayor, so surprised because I can't believe I'm dancing at a city hall in a foreign country. So this is also one of the places that I went, Korean Folk Village. So the Korean Folk Village is also a place where foreigners go to take pictures and learn about Korea if they're not familiar with it. And then the picture here is the most famous picture. It's on my Kakao Talk profile picture. This picture is sentimental to me because I took this picture after having a hard time, like inside of my heart, because living in Korea is really difficult. Not just because you're away from family and friends in New Jersey or the country that you come from, but it's really difficult when you don't know the world of the heart. And it's most important because knowing the world of the heart, like I shared last time, is really important because when you know the world of the heart, then you can exchange with anyone. It doesn't matter what color they are, it doesn't matter what background they come from, you can freely share your heart with them. And because I didn't know about the world of the heart, I held on to my heart really tight. And with holding on to my heart really tight, it makes a lot of emotions come up that, you know, that are not real. So I was really difficult. And then in this picture, I had a heart-to-heart talk with the director's wife, who was in charge of me at the time in Dong Seoul, the Good News IYF church in Dong Seoul. This director gave me a lot of hope for my future. Because although I didn't know about the world of the heart, she encouraged me to speak my heart. Even though it's not organized, even though it's confusing, even though I don't want to be vulnerable in front of other people, sharing your heart is really important, because through mind education, you can learn about other people's heart. So you can gain a lot of stuff from other people, and then they can also gain from you, and that's called exchange. And true happiness comes from exchange. And I didn't know that before meeting International Youth Fellowship. So I just wanted to share the importance of International Youth Fellowship Mind Education with you. And I'm hoping that we can learn Korean together and share more interesting stories and speak Korean, because for some reason, the founder of International Youth Fellowship charged me to speak Korean when I was in Korea. And he told me that even though it's difficult, you should keep going. And even though you don't speak well, people don't want to hear you speak well. They want to connect with you. So even if you don't speak well, keep going and keep speaking Korean.